I almost ripped this entire garden bed out and started over. Nothing I did was working. Not compost, not fertilizer, not even the expert advice people swear by. The soil just stayed hard, lifeless, like it had completely shut down. And the strange part, everything above the soil looked fine at first. Plants would grow a little, then stall for no obvious reason. It was frustrating in a way I can't really explain unless you've dealt with it yourself. Then I tried something I honestly thought was a waste of time. Something so simple I didn't even tell anyone I was doing it at first because I didn't want to be wrong twice. But within days, the soil started behaving differently. And within a few weeks, I had to admit something had changed in a way I still can't fully explain just by looking at it from the surface. I'm just going to show you what I did. It's not a fancy product, it's just how I changed the physical structure of the bed. Before we get into what this ingredient is, do me a quick one and subscribe. It's the easiest way to push this past the algorithm to other gardeners who might be dealing with the same headache. Alright, let's look at what dead soil actually means. Healthy soil isn't built by fertilizer, it's built by living organisms. If your soil is hard as a brick, throwing nitrogen or phosphorus at it won't fix it. It's not a nutrient problem, it's a biology problem. The tiny microbes that are supposed to keep the dirt loose are either dead or just dormant. If you don't wake them up, you're just throwing money away on fertilizer that has nowhere to go. What you need is a microbial bloom, an explosion of decomposer organisms, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and most importantly, earthworms. These creatures don't just live in soil, they create it. They break down organic matter into humus. They tunnel through compaction, creating air channels. They excrete castings richer than any fertilizer you can buy. But here's the problem. If you want a fast microbial explosion, standard compost or kitchen scraps take too long to break down. They take weeks or even months to actually feed the soil, and earthworms just trickle in slowly. I needed something faster that would trigger an immediate response. So I started looking into what professional worm farms use to multiply their populations quickly. The answer wasn't compost or manure at all. It was a cheap, everyday staple that's sitting in almost every kitchen pantry right now. It's just rice. Plain white rice, and it doesn't even matter if it's cooked or uncooked. This simple grain sets off a chain reaction that wakes up dead soil faster than anything else I've ever tested. Here is why it works. Rice is pure starch. When it hits the dirt, bacteria attack it almost instantly. They can break it down in hours, not weeks. As they multiply, they create heat, which is exactly what beneficial fungi need to start spreading through your soil like fine webs. Earthworms can actually sense this activity from pretty far away. They migrate straight toward that heat and the fungus. When they get there, they find soft, partially decomposed rice that's packed with energy. They eat it, multiply, and start tunneling. As they chew through your hard dirt looking for more rice, they naturally break it apart for you. There are two methods, rice water method and burial method. Rice water is gentler, good for established beds you don't want to disturb. Take 1 cup of uncooked rice, rinse it in 2 cups of water, catch the cloudy, starchy water. Dilute it with 10 parts plain water, water your bed with this. The starch feeds bacteria without creating anaerobic pockets. Do this twice weekly for a month. You'll notice earthworms appearing within 2 weeks. The burial method is more aggressive. Use this on beds you're preparing for next season or seriously damaged soil. Take cooked rice, about 1 cup per square foot of bed. Bury it 4 to 6 inches deep. Cover completely with soil. Within days, you'll see white, fuzzy growth on the rice. That's fungal colonization. Good fungi breaking down the starch. Don't panic, this is exactly what you want. Within a week, the rice disappears, completely consumed. And underneath where it was buried, the soil transforms into something different. When you check on it, you'll see the soil is loose, dark, and filled with little worm tunnels and white fungal threads. That single burial spot basically becomes a magnet for earthworms. They find the rich conditions, stay there, and start breeding. Then, over the next few weeks, they naturally spread out into the rest of the bed, loosening up the dirt as they go. This happens in 4 stages. Stage 1, microbial bloom. First 3 days. Bacteria multiply, attacking the starch. You might smell fermentation. That's normal. Stage 2, heat generation. Days 4 through 7. Temperature rises, fungi establish networks. Stage 3, worm recruitment. Week 2. Earthworms arrive and begin tunneling. Stage 4, soil transformation. Weeks 3 through 6. The entire bed structure changes. Compaction breaks. Drainage improves. Water retention increases paradoxically. The soil becomes spongy, living. Now here's critical safety information. Use small amounts. Too much rice creates anaerobic conditions. That means oxygen-depleted zones where bad bacteria thrive. You'll smell rotten eggs, see black sludge. That's sulfur-reducing bacteria. It damages plant roots and kills beneficial organisms. The fix is simple. Use less rice. Space it out. Never create thick layers. 1 cup per square foot maximum for burial. 1 tablespoon per gallon for rice water. These ratios prevent problems while maximizing benefits. Another concern is pests. Yes, rice can attract rodents or ants temporarily. Bury it deep enough, and this rarely happens. 6 inches minimum. Cover completely. No exposed rice. No problems. I've done this dozens of times. Never had pest issues when I buried properly. But surface application does attract. That's why rice water method is safer for active growing beds. Timeline for visible results. Week 1. You see nothing above ground. Be patient. Underground biology is exploding. Week 2. Soil feels slightly different when you dig. Less resistant. Small earthworms appear. Week 3 to 4. You see dramatic change. Soil crumbles easily. Large earthworms everywhere. Dark color intensifies. By week 6, the bed is unrecognizable. What was hard, compacted clay is now loose, friable loam. Water penetrates instead of running off. Plants root easily instead of struggling, and most importantly, the biology sustains itself. The worms stay. The fungi network persists. You've created a living system that maintains itself with minimal input. I tested this on 3 separate beds over 2 seasons. Every single time, the transformation was nothing short of magical. The beds treated with rice outperformed control beds dramatically. Plants grew faster, produced more, showed stronger disease resistance, and the soil improvement was permanent as long as I maintained basic organic inputs. Other gardeners asked what I was doing. I told them. Most were skeptical. Rice in soil? Sounds crazy. But the ones who tried it became believers fast. One neighbor used burial method on her vegetable garden in early spring. By summer, she had the best tomatoes and peppers on the block. Her soil went from concrete to chocolate cake in 6 weeks. This works because you're feeding the soil instead of just dumping fertilizer on the plants. If your soil's hard as concrete, dumping stuff on top isn't going to fix what's broken underneath. Plants thrive when they eat what living soil organisms create. When you feed those microbes and worms, they break down the dirt and feed the plants for you. Rice gives them that quick fuel to get started. It's cheap, it's simple, and it works because it triggers a natural system that's already there. Try this on 1 bed. Document what happens. Come back in 6 weeks and share your results in the comments. Share this with someone struggling with dead soil. They need to see this. Subscribe for more methods that work with nature instead of fighting it. And remember, healthy soil isn't built with products, it's built with life. That bed I almost ripped out, it's now the most productive spot in my garden. Putting rice in the dirt didn't just fix it, it showed me how soil actually works. You don't need a bunch of expensive products or shortcuts. If your soil is dead, you can bring it back too. You just have to feed the biology that's already living in it.